I held people on a pedestal that they didn't deserve to be on. And I'm the only one that paid the price for that. I invested in people that one didn't deserve it to be invested in to that degree, but also didn't invest in me back. And again, as a result, that just came back on me. I have this problem where I either am all in with somebody or it takes me forever to warm up to someone to the point that you're better off not even talking to me. And to add to that problem is that when I do invest in someone, I guess you could say I overstep my bound. And when I say that I overstep my bound, it's that I give priority, I give weight when maybe I shouldn't. And that's not necessarily saying that there's something inherently wrong with that person. But what I am saying is that perhaps not everyone needs to be a confidant. Not everyone needs to be a friend. Because the way I've operated for so long, and the way I still operate to a degree, is that I use the term friend very loosely. Friend isn't a term that I just go out and throw to every single person that I meet or that I'm cool with or that maybe I'll stop and have conversation with. Friend is a very exclusive term for me. And I used to not have this intermediate moment in my relationships where I'd have just I'm just not rocking with you, we're not vibing. It's not necessarily a negative emotion, we're just not rocking with each other. Or you're my dog and I'm gonna ride with you. And I didn't have people in between that. But as I'm getting older, I realized that you just naturally will have people in the medium. And that's okay. And one battle that I used to have a lot is that if I just keep people in the middle, I feel like I'm just using them. Why am I going to keep you around if I don't mess with you to a degree where I can trust you with things? Maybe not my deepest darkest secrets, but a big thing for me is depth. If I can't sit there and have any sort of substance of conversation with you, then why am I going to have you around at all? I don't care about your status. I don't care about what job you got. I don't care about what school you go to. I don't care about the people you hang out with. If fame and clout and clicks is what I was out here to do, I would have been blown up by now knowing the people that I do. But I've never cared for those things. But the reality is that not just some people, but most of the people you meet will just be in that middle. It's going to be very, very, very few that actually meet it to the other end of that spectrum where they're actually worth investing in. Those type of friendships are actually extremely rare from what I'm coming across. And like I said, I felt like I was using people if I just kept them in the middle, but then like I also just said, I'm having that realization that that's just how the cookie crumbles in life. That's just how most of your friendships are going to be. Most of your friendships are just going to be meh. And there's not anything wrong with that. Like there's people that you can just have that one-off conversation with, maybe someone you can go to the dining hall with, maybe someone that you can go catch a basketball game with. But that person can also be someone that you cannot talk about personal things with. You cannot talk about what's on your mind because not only would they not understand, but it's like you're talking to a wall. And that's okay. You don't have to tell people about what you got going on. You don't got to tell every single person that you meet about your dreams and aspirations. You can keep that circle to a minimum. And I've had this realization, especially this past week and a half, because I've been reflecting a lot on the people I've been around and the people that have seen me and my development, people that do actually want to see me succeed. And when I look at these people, or when I look at my closest circle, people that I do trust my life with to a degree. I have a good group of guys. I have a good group of guys, and when I really think about it, am I in the business of expanding that circle? Not really. And I've gone through a lot of my life feeling very, I guess you could say, left out, misunderstood. Because one big part of my, I guess, lack of connection with people to the degree that maybe I desire is that people don't look at friendships the same way I look at them. And I used to not understand why people just kept people around just for the sake of it. Like, you're cool with this person, but you can't tell them about the job that you just got. Or you can't tell them about this girl you're talking to. Or you can't tell them about this. You can't tell them about that. So are you guys even really friends? I guess the proper term for this is called an acquaintance. And I guess I just didn't really believe fully in having acquaintances. But now I realize that most of the people I interact with are acquaintances at best. Not just a couple people, just at best they're acquaintances. There are other people I just can't rock with at all. Like, there's just nothing I can talk to you about, and there's nothing we can get along about. And then there's an acquaintance. Friend is something that I still think I use very exclusively, but I just now realized that I was trying to put people into that category of friend when they didn't need to be. And not only did they not need to be from my end, they also didn't look at me as a friend. Because when you think about friends, when you think about your boy, your dog, your brother, there's a certain level of love and trust that you bring to that relationship. And even though I brought it to other people, I was not giving that back. And it makes me realize that, oh, so we weren't as cool as I thought. We weren't as close as I thought we were. I guess we can't truly trust each other to the degree that I thought we could trust each other. And at first, my brain immediately goes to try to antagonize them. I'm like, yo, how could you do this to me? I showed so much love, whatever, whatever. And to a degree, I still feel that way because when I do show love, I do really show it as genuine. I genuinely cannot fake my emotions. If I'm not rocking with you, you're gonna see it on my face. But if I'm messing with you, you're also gonna see it. I can't hide that well. But they didn't show it back. And to them, I was nothing but an acquaintance, even if that, you know what I'm saying? Like that might not even be the extent that they looked at me. And I guess that's not such a bad thing after all. So I'm trying to do a better job at being able to look at friendships and my relationship with people in general and realize that a lot of people will end up in this gray. And I always get on here and I say that not everything's black and white. Nothing is ever black and white. This world has a lot of gray in it. And I guess I need to start truly applying that to my life, and my relationships with people is no different. There's going to be a lot of gray. There are people that are only benefiting from pockets of my life. Some people are only going to be good for playing basketball with. Some of these people are going to be good for working out with. Some of these people are going to be good for grabbing food with. Some of these people are going to be good for taking classes with. Some of these people are going to be good for going to dining hall with. Whatever it may be. Pockets of friendships. The jack of all trade friendship is very rare. And I can count on my hands how many people I got that are those jack of all trade friends. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I kind of sit and wonder now that when I come to this realization, I wonder how many good opportunities I missed on due to my overinvestment. Like if I just kept someone at an acquaintance level, then maybe my relationship with you would have been a lot better. Maybe we wouldn't have the rocky roads that we did. Because I feel like a lot of the rocky roads that I'd have with some of these people was because I invested too much, didn't invest enough. But if I kind of just met you where you was meeting me at this acquaintance at best level, then it'd probably be a lot more smooth sailing. And I probably wouldn't take things as personal because you can't really take things personal with acquaintances, can you? But I mean, I guess you live and you learn, right? You live and you learn, and that's what life is all about: is taking what you learn and growing as a person from it. And my biggest, I guess you could say, learning curve when it comes to my relationships with people is understanding that I don't need everybody to be my dog. I don't need everybody to be my brother. I don't need everyone that's around me to be at my wedding. I don't need everyone that's around me to know about the highs and lows of my life. Like it really could just be that, yo, what's going on? How you doing? Like, I'm chilling, bro. And I ain't gotta get into it with you. And that's okay. That's okay. I guess you could call it like your tier list of friend groups. You got your S tier friend group, right? That's gonna be your confidants. Those gonna be the guys that you can do anything with at any point of the day, talk about anything, do anything, and you know those boys are gonna be with you. They're gonna be rocking with you. That's your S tier group. Then you got your A tier, your B tier, your C tier. Most people gonna fall in the B and C tier. I think the A tier is the most rarest out of all of that. Like you have your S tier, like your tried and trues, your dogs, your betas. Your B tier and your C tier are just kind of like your hello hi kind of groups. Maybe with the B tier you go out and you have more commonalities. Maybe you go play pickleball or something. A tier is very rare. A tier is kind of just like that limbo kind of friendship. Like we cool, we got things that we can talk about. We can go out grab food. We can go play sports or whatever. We can have certain conversations, but not too much. It's a rare group. But most of the people in your life are gonna be B and C. And then of course you're gonna have a bunch of D and Fs, a bunch of those. And there's nothing wrong with having people in the D and F either. I guess just for so long I just thought it S or F. I didn't think the intermediate were. The entire point of this video is to come to the realization that there is a B and C tier. Damn, kind of just sucks though. It kind of does suck. Like I'm just now thinking about all these. I'm thinking about all these friendships that I had where I did overly invest. And those friendships probably would have gone a lot more smoother if I just met them where they met me. I wanted them so bad to be in an S or A group when I was nothing but a C for them. So I guess the moral of the story is you gotta match the energy that people are giving you. I feel like that S tier kind of friendship is something that kind of just happens naturally. It's energy that both people are bringing to the table. When I think about my S tier friends, like my S tier friends, my boys, y'all know who y'all are. These are people that I don't need to second guess their intention with me. My hypervigilance and my trauma sometimes gets the best of me and I be doing things that I shouldn't be doing. But these are guys that'll rock with me. And you can also have different tiers within different pockets. Like you got your school friends, your college friends, you can have your tiers within that. Then you can have your childhood friends, and you have your tiers within that. And you can have your overarching tiers. You can have all these different things. Like you can have someone be a S tier for jack of all trade, but then maybe drop down a couple tiers in something else. Or you can be an A tier in this category, but a B tier in this one. Or you could be a B tier in this one and a C tier in this one. You get what I'm saying. So I guess more of the story is meet people where they're at. And it's gonna save you a lot of heartbreak. It's gonna save you a lot of pain. It's gonna save you a lot of confusion. Because I guess think about it this way: when if you got two buckets, and or actually I'm gonna use a different example. Let's say you're trying to fill a bucket, or you're trying to fill an area worth of water. You can only fill the area of the water as much as the minimum height bar. So let's say you got this right. Let's say one bar is like this. The amount of water that you can hold is going to be limited by the one that's lower. So instead of trying to overcompensate to where now you just got a bunch of water flowing out, meet people where they're at. If they down here, meet them down there. But I hope this helps somebody. That's the goal at the end of the day. All of my socials are in the description. Check them out if you get the chance. Mr. Beast, we coming for you.